Hello, everyone. Today is a special day. Miss Aurora from Norway has just released the lead single off of her upcoming sophomore album. She hints that the album is supposed to come out this year and that she's thinking it's going to come out around the fall, though she says that may change. I'm thinking it may come out sooner than that, but who knows? Definitely by this fall, we should have this new album. This is her second off of her first album, All My Demons Greeting Me as a Friend, which I have reviewed on this channel, so I will link in the description my review of that, which I gave a glowing review. I love Aurora. I love her quirky, cute, innocent personality. I love her childlike, playful image, and also the mystical Nordic princess sort of charismatic creature that she is. And I also love her amazing vocals that are so lilting and so melancholic and beautiful and so suited to all kinds of music, but predominantly more folk-driven music. She actually talks about being really inspired by Norwegian folk songs, especially for this record. And she talks about this record being definitely little bit more dark and a little bit more abstract than her first, which is awesome because I have to be honest, she does have some pop sensibilities in certain songs, and I wasn't sure if she wanted to make a little bit of even more of a poppier record for the second one. I really hoped that she didn't, and that doesn't sound like it'll be the case. This new single is titled Queendom, a very beautiful, clever title, speaking about our queendom come. This is a song that has a feminist undertone to it, but she does sing about how this is just as well for men as it is for women, as it is for the plants and animals and for everyone. The underdogs, as she calls them out, the silent ones, and of course the women. She says, the silent ones will be my choir, the underdogs will be my lions, and the women will be my soldiers carrying the world on their shoulders. In many ways, the song is a call to arms and a call to unify. And the cover art is beautifully shot, showing her, disjointed from her body and yet whole, growing up with ivy within and amongst her. And I love her hair. She's grown it out a little bit since the last photo shoot she did for her 2016 record. And this song is, I would say, a beautiful continuation of what she was doing with these very smart and very kind of offbeat and yet still at the same time rhythmic, think songs like Warrior and think maybe Running with the Wolves. Those two songs come to mind, maybe a bit Conqueror. Those three songs, they're definitely in Queendom. You have that electronic buildup, and you definitely have that synth layered rhythm. It feels like it's pulsing, and yet it's not too heavy-handed. There isn't like some big bass drops or some heavy synthesizer work. It's more kind of, I don't want to say light on its feet, but it definitely it skirts around her melodies, which are quite strong, and yet there's a very calming presence to the way she sings these vocals. She's not shouting "Our Kingdom Come," she's proclaiming it in a very revelatory and calm way. And the pre-chorus is the strongest part for me, as she really lets her vocal chops shine in this beautiful vocal runoff as her voice as a choir. And it really gives an epic cinematic feel to this song, and you feel really immersed in it because of it. I think it's a great choice for a lead single. She said she really wanted to let people kind of ease into this record. She didn't want to release the single and the album too close to one another. However, she has been, and I didn't know this, she has been actually performing songs from this record already in live shows this year. And she also talks about how this album was pretty much all produced in 1 month in January in the south of France. I remember hearing that she was living in a very sort of picturesque, beautiful South French village and in a castle, as someone fittingly like a princess like Aurora would. And I'm so glad she's back. She just has this personality that we need so much in this industry. She's so sincere. She's so kind. I mean, you can just hear the empathy in her singing and in her lyrics and in her personality and everything about that she touches and does. She's so pure, and we definitely, I'm not gonna use this as an excuse to talk about other artists who are her contemporaries. But, it's just very refreshing. Let's just put it this way. And also the fact that, she is so withdrawn in herself and she's so quiet and she's so contemplative, and you can hear and feel that, and how deeply she cares about music and connecting with people, and real magic and kindling that. It's just something that, we don't see as often anymore. And I think a lot of younger artists, which is really sad. But the nice thing is that Aurora is not really mainstream, but she has done a very good job at breaking through into mainstream consciousness to some degree. I mean, Katy Perry's talked about liking her music. So that's what's really cool, is that she's kind of in this space where she's almost in mainstream, but she's not fully immersed in it. And I don't think she's ever going to sell out. I think her music is always going to be so interesting, and it's going to be so full of mood and atmosphere and, and feeling. And there's going to be just like always this like raw personal sincerity to her music, and also this escapism that is just so beautiful. And for all the dreamers and warriors and weirdos, as her fans are called, it's just this perfect place for us to all come together. I have actually seen Aurora live. I think I talk about this in my All My Demons review. I saw her live in 2016 in Philly, so that was an amazing event. If anyone was there, and she just, and it was a smaller venue, so I felt like I actually made eye contact with her, which is, in a big venue, like when I saw Florence and the Machine, it was not like that. So there's just something, she may become a bigger artist where we can't do these small venue kind of shows, but I really appreciated the fact that it was like a little bit more intimate. Anyway, Queendom, a very strong, very exciting single that I think is a nice continuation of the sound that we've already heard from her in some of her more upbeat pop tracks, but is also leading into a direction that I think is going to be very cinematic, and yet at the same time very introspective, a very sort of visceral soundscape and emotionally filled record that will be abstract, that will be at the same time upfront, and it will be just an improvement overall in terms of All My Demons, even though that album is so great as well. So I'm really excited to see this Aurora evolve, and let me know, you guys, in the comments what you think about her new song. I think it's a really clever title, and it's also a message that we do really need again in this day and age. Very much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, love, and light. Bye.